Hello, hello! I am taking you along as I work on making a sweet and sour sauce for our sweet and sour chicken tonight that we're going to have alongside fried rice. So come join me. All right, let's get going. So I've got a saucepan here, and the ingredients that you need are pineapple juice, brown sugar, rice vinegar, and ketchup, and along with that, some cornstarch and water for a slurry. I will share a link to the original recipe as well, so you can go check it out for yourself. But I'm going to go ahead and turn my stove on. So the first ingredient is pure pineapple juice. I got this from Fresh Thyme. Azure Standard, I believe, carries this as well. And I believe they are cheaper. I have some orange juice and lemon juice in my cart as well on my Azure order, but I needed this today, so I picked it up today. So pure pineapple juice. So we will do that first. And as I said, I will share the original recipe so you can go and find it yourself if you want to make this. I have some crispy chicken that we get at Costco, Bear chicken, that I'm going to cook up, and that's what we're going to coat this in. All right, next is brown sugar. Okay. This is such a simple recipe, and you don't have to buy store-bought. You can make it at home. You can control which ingredients go in. Okay, so brown sugar. And then the next is rice wine vinegar. Now this one I got in my Azure order this month. It's organic rice wine vinegar. And the price was very, very fair. That's why I actually got it from them. Okay, some vinegar. That's what gives it that little tang that you like in the sweet and sour. All right, it smells like Easter eggs. All right, I got my vinegar, and now I've got some ketchup. And we are really enjoying this ketchup. This is also from Azure Standard. I have just been getting them in like 3 counts, and we are really, really enjoying this ketchup. It tastes delicious. So we will continue to buy it. I have a blind dog, and she likes to run into the stand. That's just what happened there. She typically lays around, but somehow, she's deaf and blind, but she somehow knows when I'm doing videos, and she walks around and bumps into the stand. All right, so I've got all of my ingredients in here, and I am just going to stir this up, and then you need to bring it to a boil. So I will bring you back when it's boiling. Okay, it is boiling now, which is what you wanted. So now I have made my slurry with water and some cornstarch. It's a little pink in color because I used the same measuring utensil for the water that I did the ketchup. So now you're just going to stir in the slurry to thicken the sauce. And if you wanted this to be a little bit more of a red color, you could go ahead and add in some natural food coloring if you wanted it to be that like red color that
I finished.
you're used to buying
Mom, I finished.
in store-bought. Very cool. My son is making clay creatures, and I inhaled some of this, and it was very vinegary. Okay.
I made a weird crocodile snake.
So now this is all mixed.
It's like a weird crocodile.
Looks like that. So once it cools down a little bit, I will put it into a mason jar. And, sorry, my dog again. I will put it into my mason jar, put it in the fridge, and it will be ready for dinner tonight. And when I'm ready to make the rest of it, I will show you how to do that too. Join me in a little while. All right, so I'm just prepping the ingredients to go into my fried rice. And after this, and everything is ready to go, then I will hop on Instagram and actually do it live. So I will post that live with this compilation of videos to show you the whole recipe. So if you're gonna catch, I guess I should say, if you're joining me on YouTube, there we go, and you want to see cooking in real time, join me on Instagram, Her Hearts at Home. Hey friends, I am working on dinner and I thought I would take you along for part of it. I am making a full-length video on everything for my YouTube, but for this portion of it, that I would go live and share with you what I'm doing. So we are having sweet and sour chicken with fried rice. So I've got some of the Bear chicken that we get at Costco, and I've already mostly cooked it for almost the entire time that the package says. Because it's pre-cooked chicken already, you don't have to worry about the being like cooked. All the way, you just want it to get a little bit of crisp on it. And now I'm moving it to a different pan just because this one's a little more complicated to put sauce on, and these are a lot harder to clean where I can throw the glass ones into my dishwasher. So I'm just throwing the chicken into a 9x13 pan. And I made the sweet and sour sauce a little earlier today, and that will be on my video for YouTube, so you could go on there if you want to see the full recipe for it. So let me get rid of this pan here. Okay, so like I said, I made this sweet and sour sauce earlier in the day, and it was really, really simple, but making your own, better than store-bought. As far as ingredients wise, no preservatives or anything like that. So just going to put this over my chicken and coat it. And in addition to that, I have some of the frozen peppers that were going bad earlier, and I froze them. So I'm just going to put some of those in there with it. If I had had time to cut up my pineapple, I would put some pineapple in here too. You could even do some onion if you wanted to, but I'm not going to put onion in it just because I just have to pick it out for my kids then. So anyways, you just want to make sure that your chicken is coated in the sauce. And then I'm going to throw this back into the oven, and then I'm going to show you how I am making the fried rice. So throw this into the oven and just let it continue heating in there. And then I have this wok. It is from Nordic Ware. I actually got it at Costco, but I know that you can get it on their website, and I like it because it's made in the US, which was really hard to find a wok that wasn't made somewhere else. So in my wok, I'm just going to add in some oil. This is just olive oil. And let that heat up, and then I am going to add in some chopped onion. This is like a half of a smaller onion. I'm not doing a ton because, again, my kids don't love onion in their stuff, but I'm putting it in there. And this is not probably going to be the traditional way that you would cook in a wok or make fried rice, but this is how I do it, so this is what I'm doing. So I've got the oil in there and the onion going in it, and now that I've got the oven done, I'm just going to move this a little bit closer. I was kind of waiting because I needed to get into the oven. So, okay, so I've got my onion going here in my wok, and I just want to soften it up, and I need to go grab another spatula. And in my rice cooker back here, I've got my rice going as well as my peas and carrots. Just so that way everything is done when I throw it into my wok. It makes it go a lot faster since we have to leave here in about a half an hour for my daughter to go to play practice. So we are going to be down to the wire. She'll have to eat really, really fast. So my veggies are already done. The rice should be done as well. So if you have all your stuff prepped, it can make dinner really, 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 really fast. So mostly we're just waiting on the onions to soften, and then we'll be able to do the rest of it. So this homemade sweet and sour sauce that I put on that chicken is pineapple juice, vinegar, brown sugar, and ketchup, and that was it. So super, well, and cornstarch to thicken it. Very simple ingredients. It made a pretty big batch. I didn't even use all of it, so maybe I'll freeze this. I'm not sure. Maybe I'll have to top the chicken with more. We'll kind of see. But super easy to make. It took me like 15 minutes maybe to make it. So you don't have to buy store-bought sweet and sour. You can definitely make it yourself. But that chicken from Costco is a great shortcut. That Bear chicken makes for perfect nights like tonight when we're in a rush. I knew letting my daughter go to her friend's house would cut it close, but you know what? That's okay. Tonight is her first night of having a Tuesday play practice, so we're kind of getting into this new schedule here. So I'm just going to keep letting those cook down a little bit, and then once they're cooked down a little more, I'll add in some garlic, and then I'll do the rice and the veggies, and then I'm going to take it all out to cook my egg. I know some people just move it off to the side, but I'm not that good at it. So I won't be doing that. So curious, what are you guys having for dinner tonight? This week was really hard with her having play practice so often to come up with dinners. That would be something that will hold well for when my husband gets home so he can eat later. And like tonight he's going to be late, so he's going to be eating even later. And meals like this I always make extra so that way he can bring them to work the next day for lunch. Okay, so now I'm going to add in just some minced garlic, which I forgot that I need to get my spoon. I had used my spoon to try my rice, make sure it was done, and I didn't get a new one. Okay, I'm going to put some garlic in there. You don't want to put the garlic in too early, otherwise it will burn. And you don't want that. So we're just going to saute this in there for just a minute, just to get that garlic really fragrant. Then I will add in my peas and corn, and this is something I got today when I went to Fresh Thyme. I know I had a bag from Azure Standard, but I cannot find it, so I had to make do. Pick up a new one. I just got some peas and carrots, and taking a shortcut with frozen peas and carrots is the way to go, especially on busy nights. So I've got that in there. Then I'm going to go ahead, and I have to get a towel to grab that. A rice cooker has been one of my favorite kitchen appliances because it also steams veggies really well. So you can see that there are some peas and carrots that fell through the steamer basket, but that's okay because it's all getting mixed together anyways. Put my rice in there. This is a great way to use up leftover rice too. We don't usually have a ton of leftover rice. I typically make it for fried rice, but okay, so I'm going to mix all this together. Different bowl while I do my eggs. Like I said, some people are talented and can just move it out to the side. I can't do that, so I'm not even going to try. Okay, so I'm going to just dump this in here, and I will really quickly. I've already got my eggs scrambled up, and I'm going to put a little bit of sesame seed oil in the bottom of the pan. Just a little for this, and then I will use some more in the rest of the rice too. So, and this is just 2 eggs scrambled up. And cook them up real fast. Having a wok is fun, but you could certainly just do this in a saute pan. That's what I've done for many years. I was just really excited to find this for like, it was like $13 or something at Costco, so it was a good deal. And like I said, it's made in the US, which was kind of nice to find one that was made in the US. So just cook up that egg in there. And once it's cooked, I will add back in my rice, and then I'll add in some more sesame oil and some soy sauce, and that will be it. It's super easy to make homemade fried rice. Okay, add my, make a mess. Add my rice and veggies back in there. If you've watched me, you know I make a big mess when I cook dinner. It's just what I do. Okay. Get all that egg dispersed. And you can kind of use your discretion on the level of soy sauce that you want to add. Keeping in mind sodium content, of course, if that is a concern for you. So I'm going to add a little bit more of sesame seed oil. Do not skip on the sesame seed oil. This is like what makes fried rice taste like fried rice. It is expensive, but I don't use that much, so this will last me a really, really long time. So do a little bit of sesame seed oil, and then I've got some low sodium soy sauce. I know a lot of people use liquid aminos, coconut aminos, instead of soy sauce, and I'm kind of thinking about I might try that. So if you use that, let me know if you use that in place of soy sauce. I haven't tried it, but in the Azure videos that I watch on YouTube, a lot of people order it from there, so I might try that. They say it's a good replacement for soy sauce if you don't want all the soy in your diet. We don't eat it that often, so I'm not super worried, although there is a lot of soy in everything. But so I'm just going to start out with 3 tablespoons just to see how it looks after that, and if I need more, I can add more. But again, keeping in mind that there is a ton of salt in soy sauce, as well as I'm sure in that pre-cooked chicken there's probably quite a bit as well. So I think that's going to be enough soy sauce, and people can always add on a little more if they want to on their own. But that's it. That's fried rice. It's super, super simple. It's not complicated. I have done it with ham in here, and like that's been the dish. I've done it with leftover chicken. So you can make it like an all-in-one dish if you want. It doesn't have to be just a side dish, but it's going to go really well with our sweet and sour chicken that I'm making. So I will share a picture of everything completed like I always do. Then I will hold this up and just show you. So there you go. Super easy, very quick fried rice. And I'm going to pull my chicken out of the oven and we are going to eat so we can get to play practice. Have a good night.